Hey everybody, Heather from Hooked on Pickin here. Have you ever had those items that they just won't sell and you're not quite sure what to do with them, but you've invested money in them and so you really should get some money out of them, otherwise you're just going to totally lose your shirt. So speaking of shirts, we're going to talk about a bunch of shirts and clothing items today, and I'm going to give you some hints and tips of what I do to kind of have a second round of sales and to get your items moving.
You guys are a true blessing in my life. Thank you so much for helping me put this content out there to everyone. If you'd like to join these great people, please consider supporting me through my Patreon page. Check the link below.
Okay, so this can be about various different types of items, but for my example today, I'm going to talk specifically about clothes. This is a box of clothes that I have that we've been collecting, and basically it's stuff that I used to have for sale, but then I had them on Poshmark. You can have them on eBay. You can have them out on Facebook Marketplace and various other sites that you've been trying to sell these articles of clothing, whether it be things that you pulled out of your closet that no longer fit or you just no longer wear, or they're items that you directly bought from liquidation with the intention of reselling. So I've got a whole box of stuff that's exactly what happened. In my situation, I sold them on Poshmark. Well, I started at the $25 per garment, you know, if that's what I was going to get, like this specific item. It's a 2XL, awesome size, fantastic, and it's Tommy Hilfiger. Surely I should be able to get 20 or 30 bucks out of it, right? Well, for whatever reason, nobody's interested in this particular article of clothing. I could have just, not had enough description in, which I recommend always putting a lot of description in your stuff. That's how you get items to sell. Maybe I didn't respond to comments fast enough for the person wanting to buy it. Always do that on all of the sites that you sell on. The quicker you respond, the quicker you're going to sell the item. So having great customer service is always good. Or maybe just the picture didn't do it justice. Like this is a phenomenal paisley style pink and orange top, but for whatever reason, it just didn't take a good picture. So here, I'm gonna actually pull this out and show you what this item looks like. It's a great looking shirt. I mean, a really, really just lovely shirt. Pink and orange, really nice gold buttons, in good shape. It even has the tie-ups if you wanted to do the 3/4 length sleeves, and it doesn't fit real tight at the hips, so it's not going to be real huggy, and it's going to be a real nice, comfortable, lightweight shirt. Well, for whatever reason, my pictures didn't do it justice. It didn't want to sell on my Poshmark site. So I had literally listed it and lowered the price, and you need to do that occasionally on a lot of your sites, all the way down to $5. Well, because of Poshmark fees and eBay fees and all other, sites have their own fees, except for maybe Facebook Marketplace, you're going to only get a few dollars. So when I have my item listed at $5, I only make $2.05. Well, I specifically bought this, I believe, from Via Trading Liquidation, which means I had anywhere from $3 to $4 of investment in this one shirt. So that's a little bit frustrating. I paid $3. I don't want to make $2.05. So how do I go about making this still sellable and so that it's appealing for someone else? So what I love to do is I love to make bundles. So I'm going to fold this, put this back in the bag. I always like to keep them in the bags so that they don't get damaged and they don't get extra dirt and stuff. So as soon as I list an item, I always bag it right away, so that it doesn't get destroyed in the storage process, okay? So I've got one shirt here, and if you just look, these are just some shirts that didn't sell. That's an extra large JM collection. Here is a beautiful green and white sweater. I've got, this one is a size extra large, and these are all really great sizes. Extra larges, 2Xs, 3Xs, even size large, all usually sell great. And here's like a red Style & Company petite medium. All right, so what do I do when I have these shirts and they just won't sell? Just so you know, I have got piles and piles and more piles of various different sizes. So I have my own personal website. Those of you who have watched me know that I have my own personal website. But you can do this on eBay. You can also do this on Poshmark and even on Facebook Marketplace, and it will work fantastic. I actually just had a viewer email me and told me that they bought what I'm about to show you from me, and they were ecstatic about it, and they were ecstatic about the price. All right, so what I'm going to show you is bundling. Anytime you have items that don't sell, you want to bundle. Now, you saw me, I have a 2XL, an extra large, another extra large, and a petite medium. You don't want to bundle all of that together. That's not going to work because a person who wears a size extra large wants all size extra larges. So for the sake of this video, we're going to pretend, put your pretend hat on, that these are all size extra large, okay? So these would all be size extra large, so what will I do next? Well, the first thing I'm gonna do is organize it. So I'm gonna grab myself a box right here. I love these because they're free. So utilize the post office box, but you don't have to have this box, it can be any box. I'm gonna go ahead and build this box to help me organize it. Now, normally when doing this whole process, I'll have a large pile of clothes, and then I'll have multiple boxes and I label them. One will be labeled small, medium, large, extra large, 2XL, 3XL, and you just start a pile in each one. Now, I sell these on my website, 5 shirts in a box and 2 sets of pants in a box. Now, my shirts will consist of, sometimes they're tunic dresses, sometimes they're sweaters, and sometimes they're just women's tops or t-shirts, you know, fancier t-shirts, not boring ones. But they will be basically something in that genre, and that's what it says in my description, what will be included. Now, my pants could either be shorts, leggings, or pants, but they will be or a skirt. They will be a bottom of some sort, and that's also listed in my listing. Now, the pants I only do 2 at a time, but the shirts I do 5 at a time. When I sell them on my own website, so these are all, remember, imaginary extra larges, I'll just simply put them all in the box, still in their plastic bags. Sometimes I'll take a larger bag and I just rebag all 5 of the items, but since some of these are bigger, we're going to just do it like that. I simply seal it up, which I'm not going to do right now because I want to remember that these are not all the same size and accidentally put it on my shelf. I would seal it up and then put a label on the side that would say women's extra large, okay? So that's exactly what I would do, and then I would list it on my website that I have a mystery box of women's tops, size extra large. Now, the cool thing about it is, do you remember exactly how much I was going to make from Poshmark if I sold it at the $5 price? Yes, that's right, $2.05. When I sell this on my own website, I make $3 a garment. So I'm actually making more money by bundling the item. It also is much more enticing because people think they're getting a bargain when they buy in bundles. And I actually just had, I'm not trying to dupe people, I actually just had a viewer who heard me talking about the fact that if you have young teenagers or a preteen, sometimes the size extra large in girls are all too short. So I suggested wear a women's extra small or a women's size small for your young teenager instead of shopping in the kids department. Well, she bought a box of 5 garments that were a women's small, and she said she has 2 or 3 girls that same age, and she said they were ecstatic and she was super blessed and she got such a great deal because essentially she basically paid about $3 to $3.50 per garment, and you can't buy shirts like that. And so I have so many different options here. Like I've got, this is an extra small, and some of these are still labeled with my inventory system. If you have not seen my inventory system, go ahead. That's a petite medium. I've got another petite medium. I think I'm going to be able to make a petite medium box. And I do various. I do juniors, I do mediums, and I do women's. You're going to want to separate those different because they are quite different. A juniors is much more slender in the waist than a women's cut. And a lot of junior shirts are usually waist length instead of hip length like most women's. So you definitely want to differentiate between your petites, your women's and your junior sizes, just as an option. And you can do that on your Facebook Marketplace. You can also do that on your in your eBay, and you can do that on Poshmark. So any of those platforms, and even Mercari, and I'm sure there might be new platforms that I missed that I didn't mention here, Etsy or other ones like that. So I've even got medium. Like, look at some of these tops. Like, they're just absolutely fantastic. Look at this cute top. It's like a little tank peplum style with some buttons. I mean, who wouldn't want to buy that? But for whatever reason, when I put it on the mannequin and took a picture of it, it just didn't look as cute as it does right now, and so especially with some of those smaller sizes, it's a lot harder to sell those smaller sizes because they're used to finding them at the Kohl's and the JCPenney's and the, Maurice's on the clearance rack. Most people who wear size small and medium and extra small usually can find shirts for the $2 and $3 price. So by you bundling it for that same price that they'll have to pay, they'll buy 5 items, but they'll be around the 3 and the 3 to 4, the 2 to 3 to 4 price, then, that'll work really, really well for them. So that's another option. Some of these things are just so cute. So this would be considered something in the top box. So if you are interested in buying any of these boxes, I have various different sizes available on hookedonpickin.com. But I wanted to do this video to just get you to think outside the box and not lose your shirt when selling things. And it basically gives an option for a round 2 of sales for some of the items that just aren't moving as quickly. So hopefully it's been helpful and you'll find some things that you can bundle together. Maybe not clothing items, maybe they're all home decor items that seem to go together, or they're craft items that seem to go together, but just an idea to get you to think outside the box to get your items moving. So hopefully it's been fun and you've enjoyed this educational video on reselling, and remember, in the end, Jesus wins.
Would you like to make tons of money selling on Poshmark? Well, check out my new ebook, How to Create a Profitable Poshmark Store. Why do we sell on Poshmark? Where to get my inventory? How to create my first listing? How to sell my items? And then, of course, I give you also all my secrets on my top tips. If you'd like to purchase this ebook, just go to hookedonpickin.com or click the link in the description below.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you're interested in anything on my store, hookedonpickin.com, go check out all the stuff. Also, if you are a reseller and need some advice, I offer consultation phone calls. I have a lot of information that I have learned over the years, and I would love to share it with you to fast track you on making money yourself. So check out the consultation phone calls. The links are down in the description below. I also have a bunch of other reseller resources, so check those out too.